Hey y'all, it's your favorite trader Jazz, and today I'm going to show you guys how I made $80 in 3 minutes. So let's jump straight into the charts. All right, y'all, so before I get into the nitty gritty, let me show you guys on a larger scale on the chart what this trade looked like and just how small this move was. So this is the AMD chart right here. I'm on the 5-minute time frame because in order to see my trade, you need to see those 5-minute candles. And I'll do a replay for you guys a little bit later. So this is AMD, and as you can see, we have broken above my all-time high resistance area, which is represented by this purple beam. And we have since back tested it multiple times and did a break and retest type strategy. We went from 164 to 227 in under 2 weeks. So it was a big move. A retracement's definitely needed. So that's what's going on right now. But the trade that I took and made this money on was way back here on March the 8th. As you can probably see just by the arrows, this represents how long I was in the trade for. And then this shows you what the market did after I got out the trade. So this was a call and I could have made a crap ton of money if it would have held, but coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? First things first, this is the contract that I bought. I bought an AMD 215 call for an expiration date of 3/8. I believe I misspoke when I was showing you guys the chart. I said that I took this trade on March 8th. I actually took this trade on March 7th, and you guys will see that in my contract order. But I got an expiration date of 3/8, so this was a 1 DTE contract, which means 1 days to expire. The 1 days to expire contracts have very, very high volatility, and the way that the Greeks are set up, you can either make a lot in a short amount of time or lose a lot in a short amount of time because of the volatility. These are high risk plays, 1 DTE, 0 DTE, very high risk. I don't like to do them too much. I was very confident in this trade because I was using one of my strategies that I had back tested many times and have been doing for years. So whenever I see this setup play out, I am not too hesitant to get in because I've seen it play out so many times. This is my contract order. You see, I bought the AMD contract, submitted it on March 7th at 9:32 a.m. So 2 minutes after the market opened, I saw my setup playing out. The strike price of that contract was $263, which translates to $263 premium, which is the price that I paid. Robinhood charged me regulatory fees of 3 cents, so I paid a total of $263.03 for this contract. So I got in at 9:32 a.m. At 9:35, this was literally a moment before I closed out my contract. This screenshot was taken at 9:35 a.m. So 3 minutes after being in the trade, I was already up over 27%. My contract went from $263 to $335 in a matter of minutes. So I was up $72 when I was about to close this out. When I closed this out, I actually ended up closing it out for more than this current price because it just kept going up. My entire account was up 20% for the day just off of this one trade because this is a small account. I only had $400 in this account when I started the day. And now ending the day with this $81 profit, I had $482 in my account. And I still had a buying power of $137 that I could have used for another trade if I wanted to. But 20% return in the day is always going to be a yes in my book, and I'm not going to trade again. I'm going to take my win and carry on. That's what my account looked like after I closed out the trade. So this is a limit sell. The position effect is closed. I submitted this at 9:35 a.m. So pretty much right after I took that screenshot of the profits, which I like to always take screenshots of my profits, not just for my YouTube channel, but also for my Discord group and for my Instagram stories. I'm not just a trader. I'm a trade influencer, content creator, course creator, and all those things. So I'm always taking a screenshot. My phone is full of nothing but screenshots, okay? So I had to get that screenshot before I closed out my order. And this was actually in my favor because by the time I got to closing on my order, my contract was more than what I thought I was going to sell it for. So I thought I was going to sell it for $340, but by the time it sold to the market, it sold for $345, minus the 3 cents of regulatory fees that Robinhood takes. So that is my closing contract. This is just a closer screenshot of my profit and just how quickly it happened. Able to get that 20% for the day. So fantastic in my book. I aim for 10% on my total account every day. 10% a day keeps the poverty away. That's what I like to say. Do not get greedy in this market, y'all. There is enough room to eat forever if you do not get greedy. So more zoomed in, this is what the trade looked like. And I got into the trade once it back tested this support area, which goes along with one of my strategies, which has to do with the gap fill. So we started the day with a gap up, and then we went back down on a wick to retest and basically fill that gap. I got in on the retest, and then we popped back up, and I got out on the pop-up. I got out on the pop-up because, like I said, I was happy with the profit, and the strategy played itself out. I was doing a gap fill strategy, and I'm going to replay the actual trade on TradingView. All right, so again, this is the AMD chart on the 5-minute candle. All right, so again, this is end of day on that Wednesday. Now this is the next day. So you see how we started here, because this is how candles go. You have the wick, and then you have the open of the day and the close of the day, depending on if it's a red candle or green candle. This is a green candle, so we closed higher than we opened. So we opened here at the bottom of this candle, which is actually a hammer candle, and then we closed up here. But before we went up here to close, we popped down here real quick to retest this, not only EMA cloud, but we also refilled the gap. And what I mean when I say refilled the gap, so let me just pause this real quick. Refilling the gap is this. Because we started here, we started the day here, but we closed the previous day here. Before this wick was there, that was just empty space. And so that needed to be filled. Most gaps get filled. Just gave y'all a lot of free game. Most gaps get filled. And so knowing that, that is one of my strategies. So this area right here was what I was targeting. I wasn't even thinking about all this. We completely just blasted off for the day, right? But I wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't targeting that. All I was targeting was the gap fill. I just wanted to get in for a gap fill play. And it happened very quickly. We popped up. I was able to close out beyond the gap fill. And that's what happened. So yeah, that was my thought process going into this trade. That is how I made a quick $80 in 3 minutes, and I was done trading for the day. If you guys found this quick profit breakdown helpful, please leave me a comment down below. I am thinking about making this a series and turning this into a playlist on my channel. So if that is something that you are interested in, then let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.